The one we have in San Francisco, he wanted to go with a high price without staging. And I said, dude, you really should. And now we've lowered the price significantly and we've staged it. People are finally realizing people don't have imagination. That's the problem.
Welcome to the latest episode of Real Estate. Today, we are going to dive deep into the art of staging your home. Fred, illuminate us.
Thank you, Drew. Drew's got a computer problem, so you go back and dig in, and I'll just do some talking. Hey, everybody. So staging. I have this absolutely awesome house. I'm talking like every real estate agent. Oh, my listing is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's divine. It's the most magnificent listing in the history of the world. God. But anyway, it's a cool house. It's in a great area in Los Feliz, however you want to pronounce it. I don't care. Close to Silver Lake, and especially close to the Los Angeles's, I'm saying that right now, the worst parking lot in the city of Los Angeles, or in the Los Angeles County, let's put it that way. They asked this question of celebrities in one of the award shows on the red carpet. So, and they all, like 8 out of 10 of them said this. Trader Joe's in Silver Lake. It is a nightmare. It's right across the street from Gelson's, and the traffic there, the pattern is just insanity. So the good news is with this house, it's only 2 blocks away. So you don't ever have to park there ever again. That's worth, I don't know, 50 grand. Just less aggravation. Anyway, so I have these sellers, and they're very cool, and they're the kind of sellers who want to keep involved, which is fine. I like that. So we're all on the same page. We all agree on things. We all do everything. So she wanted to pick out the stager, which I said, fine with me, because I don't have a person, because you never know when furniture is going to be available, or he's going to have the right price. Every area is different. Every house is different. Every amount of furniture is different. So you kind of have to start from scratch on every one of them.
Also regional. I mean, you're going to have, there's not a California-wide staging, is there?
No such thing. They're all pretty local. There is no like big staging company. So it's just a lot of moving stuff around, storing stuff, buying stuff, fixing stuff, etc. So it's a real business. Anyway, so I got a recommendation of a stager from another agent that I knew. As a matter of fact, the listing agent on the house that my client bought. And she gave me this person, and they come up with some number like $11,000 for $1.7 million listing of 2,045 square feet. It's like, thank you, bye. So then he started hunting out these people and found them on websites somewhere. I don't even know where she did find them. I try to tell people to use Thumbtack. I use that for inspectors, termite inspectors, those kind of guys. It's great because you get like 5 people and you can choose. So I don't know where she got them from, but she started calling. And these people, they all had different things, different methods of communication. It's just an utter mishmash. And we finally picked somebody out, got the furniture, everything's fine. But I did a little deeper research. I went into our friends at Claude. So I threw it into Claude and talking about staging, gave it the address, the whole 9 yards. Well, it's something really interesting. It's like, don't find stagers for, months, for whatever their contract is. Say, look, I want to get the best staging because I'm going to sell this house in 30 days. So we can guarantee you pick it up, and then 35 days later, you can pick it up. I mean, drop it off and then pick it up. And you can then send it somewhere else for 90 days. They all like to have these 90-day contracts. They also said, you need the living room in a standard house. You need the living room, the kitchen, the main bedroom. That's it. Everything else, maybe you can have a little desk in there, but those are the places that people concentrate on because you want to make them the best and make it minimalistic. You don't need to put a lot of stuff. You just need to kind of show where things will go and how they'll match. That's pretty much it. So it was a pretty interesting thing. So, but as for finding people, it's all over the map. I mean, there's 15 million ways to do it, between talking to the agent, looking on Yelp, just Google, Facebook, searching, whatever. So I came up with this idea yesterday. I said to myself, this is a pain in the ass, and no one has fixed it. And there's too many places all over. And like these other people, they would text me pictures or email me pictures. It was just hard to keep on track, because not everybody's on Slack. That's my wish in this business. And everybody is on Slack. Make things much easier. So I came up with this idea of a website where you, as a seller or an agent, can put the property up, put all kinds of information, pictures, videos, et cetera, et cetera. And then the stagers would come in and bid on the staging. Show you pictures of what it would look like. We can even get AI into this. If people took when they uploaded the pictures, you'd be able to do the digital stagings automatically based on the furniture that the stager has into the app, and it can just generate it. So that's kind of a 2.0 idea. But then the stagers would bid. I don't know how the money would work, but it seemed to be a pretty good thing. And I went ahead. I have zero capabilities, everybody. Just nothing. I do not code. Okay, I'm codeless. I'm a creative. I'm sorry. You got let in the one brain or the other. But I went through Claude slowly and surely, and it helped me build this site. So Drew and I were talking on pre-show that 80% of it's probably done, but 20% isn't. And the last 20% is the hardest.
They're always the hardest.
Why?
It's the details, because you saw all the wireframe set up. You saw a thing that looks like it works, but how does the accounting work? How does the submitting process work? I mean, it just kind of go through the nitty gritty parts. And then also, especially with some of these language models, it starts hallucinating towards the end, and you could vibe code your way 85% of the way there. And then all of a sudden you've just vibe coded your way back, and it just becomes unusable and not what you originally wanted. And it's hard to get it back to where it was.
Wow. That's crazy that it's not really programmed. It just came to that conclusion, I guess. It's so weird.
Yeah, but all your code files are there, and he's got to make sure that all those code files stay intact.
Right.
And get it under version control. So as Claude's updating the code, you can always roll it back to different versions.
Yeah, I saw that there was a big button that said rollback or something like that there somewhere. So cool. So that's what I'm trying to come up with for stagers. I mean, people have had, we could go deeper into this and how it works, but get the house clean first, then bring in the stagers. That's an important thing to know. Try to get the minimal amount of time.
Yeah, because if you sign a 90-day contract and you sell the house in 30 days, they could technically then go resell the same stuff like 3 times.
Double dipping. Yeah, exactly. So try to negotiate 30 days. I'm going to sell this house in 30 days. I don't want this stuff in here more than 30 days, because at the 30-day point, you got a problem. You've either listed it too high a price, and so nobody's going to see it, or it's just in one of those markets, it's going to take forever to sell. So you stage it, take pictures with it. Then day 31, you get rid of the staging, and that's when you make the digital staging, or you take the pictures, you blow them up, you put them on an awning. Or, kind of a thing. Not awning. I mean, an easel. Easel. Thank you. Awning. Put it on an easel, even in each room, to show what it looks like.
Oh, that's nice.
So you get a nice visual that way. And then you don't need 90 days of staging.
What percentage of your listings do the clients want to have them staged versus just virtually?
Well, to be honest, the one we have in San Francisco, he wanted to go with a high price where everything was going crazy about a month and a half ago without staging. And I said, dude, I really should. And now we've lowered the price significantly and we've staged it. People are finally realizing people don't have imagination. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, we go with a fixed fee, but we can't have a fixed fee that includes staging because every house is completely different.
Oh, yeah.
5-bedroom, 4-bath, giant place, the burbs compared to a studio apartment. You don't need as much.
So then a level with staging too, like the
right.
quality of
fancier or it can be funky or, contemporary. So yeah, that's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a hard thing, but it really is necessary. And it's not because of you. It's not because of the agent. It's because of the buyers. People just don't have the capabilities to figure it out. Unless it's in an absolutely insane market, like Cupertino, where you're going to get 500 bids anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about in general, even in the little nicer homes where it's not killer. But if you do stage it, you're probably going to get better money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing. It shows better people have this relief. Oh, I can just move in.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to bid it up. The prettier, the better. That's the bottom line.
Have you ever sold a house that was staged and the people were like, I just want to buy everything that's in this house right now? And
actually, it is available at some stagers. I've never had anybody want to buy it all. Some people want to buy a couple pieces. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I never had to buy all, but
I would think it'd be like vacation homes, like you're up lake house, comes with all the kitschy lake house furniture and stuff.
Well, I had clients that just bought a place in San Diego where everything was included. And here's another guide, guys. Let's say you find a place like that. You're not getting a mortgage because I'll go into what you have to do for a mortgage with this. With a mortgage, what you have to do is say to them, the price is $1 million and we're transferring all of the furniture and personal property at no cost. Because if you don't put that, the lender's going to ask for an inventory and an appraisal of every little piece of furniture. So, but if you're paying cash, here's the way to do it. Come up with a number, what the value of this stuff is between you and the seller. Let's say it's 50 grand. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you don't have the sale price at $1 million. You have the sale price at $950 and a conveyance of personal property for $50,000. It's got to really be $50,000 worth of stuff generically. I mean, nobody's going to know the exact price, but it's ballpark. This way, the $950 is your sale price. The transfer tax is based on that. The title insurance is based on that. Percentage commissions are usually based on that. So everybody's saving money, and the future real estate taxes are based on that. So the future money is cheaper for everybody, and the current money, obviously, too. The seller mostly. So, and it's your basis for your capital gain later down the road. So you might not want to do it on an investment property unless your accountant can depreciate these personal property or deduct it right away, or I don't know. Talk to your accountant about that, but it's usually better to separate it out. Mm-hmm. It happens at resorts all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so that's all I have on staging. I'm sure we should go on, and there's plenty of staging stories, both good and bad. But speaking of good, I've over the years complained about agents and the stupid things that they do and the AOL accounts and all that stuff. But I actually had a fantastic transaction with an agent, and the buyers were great, and they were. We came up with a plan and it worked. And the way it worked, this agent understood it. So we had the seller pay just our commission, $97.50. So it wasn't 2.5. And because of that, even with the net price, and this agent was smart enough to figure out net price, and we bid aggressively. We had no contingencies because they had a fully underwritten mortgage. went through the inspections. There were some issues, but we like put it through the AI. She contacted a couple of people. She was comfortable with the issues. And we did not have an appraisal contingency. We won this bid because there was another bid a little bit higher than us, but they had an appraisal contingency. So let me tell you why that's a wrong thing to do, people. Number one, the property will appraise because you know what? This is in San Jose where there's plenty of bids. The market's strong. It's fine. Because appraisers can make adjustments for what they call time adjustments. And okay, in the last month, stuff has gone up $50,000, and we can see by the activity and blah blah blah. So it's a narrative. It's not a finite appraisal. Is not a finite thing. It's somebody's opinion of value. So that's how they do it to justify it. That's number one. And I told my buyer that, and she understood it. And the other agent, put this in not knowing that's probably number one. And number two, there's a game that some people play. Hey, let's go high and get it under contract and then renegotiate with them when the appraisal comes in lower. So, well, it doesn't work in this market. Okay. Actually, it doesn't work in any market because you're going to pay what's worth paying, and it comes in a couple $1,000, big deal.
I guess that'll work in a slow market. I mean, I really don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, because you're going to make a low bid in a slow market anyway. And it's,
house is $1 million and you come in 1.2 million, knowing it's only going to appraise for $1 million, but they accept your offer for 1.2 and then it appraises at $1 million. So then they renegotiate down to $1 million.
If they had an appraisal contingency. Yeah. I mean, either get out of the deal completely or renegotiate. So then you make the argument, hey, everybody's going to have this problem, blah, blah, blah. The comps aren't there, and there's insane sellers who want certain prices. But in this case, it's, it's insane. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, anyway, so then going through the deal, once we got under contract, we used her escrow title company, which combined companies, not like Southern California. I wasn't worried about the fees because they're all basically the same up there. Everybody's the same. And the escrow went through right away, the escrow deposit. My buyer started on the mortgage. Everything, the appraiser got there 2 days later. We had a couple of questions about a couple of little things. We sent out our utility form. They filled it out right away. We sent out a form to the listing agent. Let us know who the cable company is, the internet, what day is trash, all the important things you need to know. They sent that back right away. We did one addendum on something silly. I can't even remember what it was. Signed it. Boom. Everything went as planned. The bank took care of everything. It was signed, funded, closed. I mean, just cleanest deal because everybody did what they were supposed to do and everybody was prepared up front. That's it. And here, I actually want you to change the website, Drew, to start working on this. What we do for people is we project manage real transactions. And I think that's a really big thing. And the other thing about us that I want people to realize is they say, like, how do you do it so cheap? It's because I don't pay out massive commissions. It's that simple, guys. There it is. And we just project manage it. We start in Slack and just
you run a well-oiled machine. I mean,
yeah. And we're going to be working on getting AI to make it even more well-oiled. And we're really excited about that. So hopefully within a month or two, everything's just going to.
I can't even imagine where AI is going to be in a month or two.
Oh, I know. We're all going to have our, 3D printers out printing our jetpacks, I guess. Filter specification. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, there's an AI challenge for one of you nerds.
AI jetpack.
There you go. Electric. So plug it in,
Yeah.
E-bikes, e-cars, and e-jetpack.
I do have to say, we took our, we have a Tesla and we went up to the wine country and Los Olivos for the weekend. So this is our first like long 300-mile trip.
How'd it go?
Cost us $16 to get up there and $18 to get back.
Okay, so when you left your house, I assume you have a charger, so you were at what, 80 or 90%?
We went to the supercharger and got it all the way up to 100. And that gave me 323 miles.
And what that was how much you got? And what year and model do you have?
It's a Tesla Y. I think it's 2 years old.
Okay.
And then right in Los Alamos, we supercharged it all the way up to 100% and got all the way back. I was impressed, given I saw a bunch of gas stations at like $8-9 a gallon.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Real estate and electric vehicles. And
Well, it's got a lot to do with, car chargers and stuff for the home. And, hey, it's another nice little thing to put into your house before you leave, or at least a 240 charger so somebody can plug it in. Really kind of all you need.
Yeah, I think that's been on our list. We still just have the regular extension cord out there.
Off of 110?
Yeah,
Like they plug it into the wall behind you?
I think it charges like 4 miles an hour. But if you go all night and you're up to get another 40-50 miles.
Yeah.
Rarely have to go to the actual Tesla chargers. That will trickle charge.
I don't know to works for you, but it's like the same kind of thing that you would get for a dryer, let's say. So
yeah, that was on our list, but we haven't needed to use it. I'm surprised. I guess she doesn't drive that much.
There you go. Even better for not having a gas car.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to start that people are finally going to realize, you know what, I got to get rid of this gas thing. It's as your cars start dying, you're going to start picking up EVs or hybrids.
Well, this is the first time I've actually driven the car. She's had it for 2 years, but I'm always driving my Jeep. So this is the first chance I actually drove it. I have to say I was impressed. I saw the future, even though the future was 2 years ago.
There you go. There's the quote, even though the future was 2 years ago. Sounds like a line you picked up from the movie somewhere.
Date myself.
Yep.
Well, this has been another episode of We Fixed Real Estate.